1.5 million or 15 lakh. That's how many Indian students are studying abroad at the moment. That's 15 lakh students who've gone abroad searching for better opportunities, higher paying jobs, and a better education. But at what cost? Hey guys, my name is Shiban and I'm a fourth year medical student studying at King's College London, and in today's video we're going to talk through whether or not it's worth it to be studying abroad as an Indian student. So as someone who's studying abroad myself, I hope I can provide a unique perspective in this video on the benefits and the costs of studying abroad. Studying abroad can be great, but it's not for everyone, and it's definitely not something to chase after blindly. So in today's video, we're going to talk about job opportunities, cost, the quality of education, and the lifestyle that you lead abroad versus in India. We're going to dive deep into these 4 different criteria and categories, and we're really going to find out whether or not it's worth it studying abroad. Everything in life is a cost-benefit analysis, and so is the decision of studying abroad. It'll be a decision that's right for some students and a decision that isn't right for others. That's because not all costs and benefits weigh the same for everybody. One particular benefit may matter more to one person versus one cost may matter more to another. So it's very important to keep this in mind and have a non-biased sort of perspective when approaching this decision. If you do, then you'll definitely make the right decision and do what's best for you. Before we delve deeper into this video, I want you to go check out my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, because I make videos on medical school and university along with lifestyle and travel. So do go check it out. I make vlogs, day in the life videos about how to survive medical school and university, as well as how to get in. So check all of that out. If you think it's something you'd be interested in, then smash that subscribe button and join me for a lot more. So let's start off with one of the main motivators of studying abroad, and that's job opportunities. So there's this shared idea that if you go and study abroad, you'll probably land a job that pays higher, pays better, you have better work conditions, all of that. That is true in a way, and in a way it's not. So I heard this quote recently, and it basically went something along the lines of, if you want to lead a happy-go-lucky life, then go abroad, because that's a great decision. You'll definitely be able to do it, you'll have a great quality of life, and you'll find a job that pays well. But if you want to be creative, if you want to start something of your own, if you're business minded, then there's no better place than India, especially right now. India is one of the world's fastest growing economies and one of the largest growing economies in the world. The number of opportunities to create businesses, to create platforms out there is endless. And you have 1.4 billion customers waiting for you if you can find the right way to reach them. So India is definitely a great market, and escaping it is not the answer. But then let's return to that initial statement of, if you go abroad, you'll find a job, you'll lead a happy life, etc. Is that true? Well, that's not true for everyone. One thing that's becoming more and more prevalent is the difficulty of getting a visa to work after you've gone abroad to study. It's not as easy as you think it is. I myself am in the UK, and therefore I can talk from the perspective of a UK student. Finding a job has never been harder. I myself am studying medicine, and medicine falls under a shortage of occupation worker visa. So therefore I'm not in as bad of a situation as others. But if you're studying a degree that doesn't take you down such a path, any normal degree, economics, law, you don't fall under that shortage of occupation workers visa. You have to get a skilled worker visa, and they've just raised the minimum salary requirement for you to be eligible for the skilled worker visa, and that's £38,000. And there are very few graduate job roles that will pay you £38,000 immediately after you're done with your studies, and therefore that alone makes it a lot harder to find a job. Additionally, whether or not you get a job depends on the caliber of your university and the course you studied. If you've graduated from a top 50 university in the world, or a top 15 to 20 university in your specific country, then you'll have a much easier time finding a job, especially if you're looking at the corporate world, law, or something like that, that cares about prestige or the quality of your course. If you've not studied in one of those top universities, again, you'll be presented with the challenge of being able to find a job once you're done with your education. As I said, it's getting harder to find a sponsored job in the UK as an international graduate, but as we all know, it's always been hard if you're in the US. Postgraduate work opportunities in the US are only really budding in fields like STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So only if you're in those fields will you have a good chance of landing a job post-graduation, and that too only from the most prestigious universities. A job, however, if you can land it, if you can manage to cross all these difficulties, if you graduate from a good university with a good course, you work hard at university to gain the experience you need and to develop your profile, and if that does mean you have a job in your hands, at the end of the day, it's highly likely that that job will pay you better than a similar role would pay you in India. So at the end of the day, that statement is true. If you can manage to land a job abroad, you're probably going to be earning more than you're going to be earning in India. So I guess the returns are higher. But that very easily takes us to the next point, that even though you're going to be earning more, the cost is much higher. That includes the cost of living, tuition fees, and everything else. Studying abroad is very, very expensive. So if you're studying in the 4 most popular countries to study, that's the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia, you will not find a good, well-reputed course that will cost you less than 30 lakhs a year. It starts from 30 and it can go all the way up to 80 lakhs a year. That will include your tuition, your living costs, your rent. Although scholarships are provided by universities, full scholarships or scholarships that make a significant dent to this total amount are extremely rare and are ultra competitive. If the cost is something you're willing to incur, you may reap the benefits later with, again, like I said, better job opportunities if you're graduating from a good university, jobs that will pay you more. However, if you and your family cannot make the initial financial investment, it's not a great idea to go abroad, and the benefits definitely don't outweigh the costs, and it's absolutely not necessary to jet off abroad. But money, cost, salary is not necessarily everyone's main concern when deciding where to study. One major difference that people do consider is lifestyle. So it's important to remember that living abroad does require a much greater degree of independence. You have to do everything on your own. Cooking, cleaning, washing dishes, doing household jobs, etc. However, you do reap a lot of benefits without paying any extra costs. There are many public goods that you benefit from. Better infrastructure, hygiene, safety, and just a greater degree of efficiency, technology. For many people, this may seem unimportant, but for many others, this is a very important consideration, and it's a very important part of their life. Lastly, the major thing to consider that many people look over when deciding on a course or on a university or on a city or a country to study is the quality of education. Many times we just pay attention to the rank, to the reputation, the idea of studying abroad, but we don't pay attention to the actual course being provided to us by the university we're going to in the country that we want to go to. First, we want to look at what is the subjective value of what you learn at university. Secondly, what is the objective value of the degree or certification that you get, including its rank, reputation, and its ability to get you employment. Education in foreign universities at the end of the day is one thing that may be considered superior to studying at Indian universities. This includes the course structure, the emphasis on the practical, preparing you for your career and making you engage in coursework and projects that are extremely relevant to what you'll do in the future. Additionally, it instills an affinity for self-driven learning as well, which is a very important skill to have throughout life. Top universities abroad are also equipped with incredible infrastructure and a vast array of resources that may not be available to you otherwise. This includes opportunities such as work experience, research, many opportunities to network with individuals who may help you further your career or help you land that job that you want. Additionally, the reputation of many top foreign universities holds value in terms of finding employment and your job search throughout life. This is a stamp that comes along with only a few universities in India, such as IIT, IIM, Stephens or SRCC or something like that. So overall, reputation is not something I particularly believe in, but it is something that holds true in today's world, so it's something that can't be ignored. My belief is that you can make the best of your opportunities wherever you are. I understand that I'm saying this as an international student who's chosen to study abroad, but it is something that I will keep in mind, or something that I've learned from studying abroad. After all, since we're doing this video about studying abroad, I might as well give you my rationale or my reasoning for choosing to study abroad. It's very closely linked to many of the points that I made in the video today, and it's essentially because I've grown up in many places around the world. I have spent many of my childhood years living in Singapore, then studying in an international school in Mumbai, then studying in the US for a few years, and then returning to Delhi and studying in an international curriculum once again. So therefore my learning was always geared towards studying abroad or studying in a foreign university, because that's what I had been preparing for pretty much my entire life. It would have been a big adjustment or a big change to go into the Indian education system in Indian colleges, and therefore that's one of the main reasons I'm studying abroad. Additionally, I'm going into a professional career and not one that involves business opportunities or something like that, and therefore there wasn't additionally that added benefit of India being a growing market for me, because at the end of the day I am going into employment and not into entrepreneurship, or that's not something that I'm looking at in the near future. So that's essentially my reasoning for why I'm studying abroad. But once again, like I said earlier, you can make the best of whatever situation is handed to you, and no matter whether you choose to study abroad or not, you will definitely find success if you work hard and you keep at it wherever you are. I definitely say one of the take-home messages from this video should be, do not chase the herd. Do not go blindly either abroad or don't blindly stay in India. Think about all the factors. Go through the reasoning, do your research, be very thorough with it, because this is a big decision, and only after you've done all that, decide whether you want to stay in India or whether you want to go abroad. Very quickly, I'm going to throw up a table summarizing the costs and benefits of studying abroad versus studying in India that we've discussed today in this video. Hopefully that helps narrow things down for you. But overall, if you found the video helpful, if you found it insightful, if you found it interesting, then definitely drop a like down below. Smash that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. Leave any comments if you have any questions or anything like that. Share the video with your friends or family who might find it useful. And with that, I will see you in the next one.